include the Express.js, etc., stuff. So please do have a look on that. Okay, so practically, let me show you how do we actually go with the Node.js server setup, etc., and all. First of all, have you guys are ready with the Node installation? That day I have asked you to install it, and I asked you to check the installation
Yes, sir.
successful or not
Yes,
through
sir.
prompt. Yes, sir. Everybody is done. Awesome. That's great. No one is having it while installation. Okay, so the next problem, what I'm telling is, you might having a question, boss, we are talking about the HTML and CSS, and in between you're getting this Node.js server setup and all. What is this? Are we done with the HTML and CSS, or why are we connecting with the server right now? So the reason or the answer for that is, HTML, CSS not yet done. It is just a pause I am giving. I just want to show you the hosting process, what actually you do inside the server. Anytime you go with any of the server, okay? Anytime you go with any of the server, that could be a Java server, Apache, JBoss, WebLogic, .NET, any of the server you go for, always the servers are being used for two reasons, guys. Okay, servers are always being used for two reasons. The first reason is for, come on, yeah, for what happened. The first reason is web services. Okay, server is capable of providing some web services. You hit the web service and you get the response from the web service. You process the data or use the data. That is the first job what actually the server is going to do. The second job what a server does is hosting purpose. Okay, so what do you mean by hosting? You take your resources, put into the server so that the resource can be accessible across the network. Okay, repeating again, you take a resource, put into the server so that the resource can be accessible across the network. So right now, I'm not at all talking anything about the web services concept, because we talk about the web services when you go into the Ajax call, and when we actually go into the Node.js server, at that time, I'll be clearly mentioning what actually this stuff is used for. For now, I simply concentrate on hosting purpose. In order to do the hosting, you don't need to have any prior knowledge of Node.js. Blindly, I have some steps to be followed. You just simply follow them and make the hosting. That's it. Anyway, I'm going to give you the clear-cut information or detailed information regarding all of this when we actually go to the Node.js server setup and all. Okay, for now, we are simply concentrating on hosting purpose. Now, if you clearly ask me, boss, what do you mean by hosting? So before talking about the hosting, let us say, for example, I'm working in one of the organization. Okay, I'm working in one of the organization. You all agree in an organization, there will be multiple systems which are connected. Yes or no? There will be multiple systems, and every system are being connected to each other, which we call it as a LAN, WAN, MAN. There are a lot of network types are there. Assume like these all are physically or wireless connected, whatever it is, but these all are connected to each other. Okay, fine. Assume this is what my mission is. Assume like whatever the assignments you have done, right? In the same way, my manager asked me to do one of the project, and I have simply done that project. Okay, and if at all I have to share the project with my manager, what is the thing I need to do here? One option is I need to submit the code into the Git. He has to take the data from the data or the code from the Git. Now he need to run that Git URL and all. That is a very lengthy process being a manager. What is expected is I create something called as index.html in my machine. I simply share the URL with him, saying that, okay, boss, this is the URL. Assume, say, for example, going to public, October 5. Okay, let us say, for example, this is one of the example what I have. One example I have. This is the page what I have created, and I would like to share with my manager. Now, what I need to do I need to ping this URL to my manager? I simply say, boss, Sublime, let's go into the Sublime. Okay, I'll simply say that, boss, please, I'll ping this URL and I asked him, boss, please refresh that URL so that you can see the file. If my manager hits this URL into his machine, does he could able to access the file? Yes or no?
Yes,
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
That's a good answer, because boss, in my machine, this file is there. But when he go into his machine, he hit something called as E drive, Git, UI classes and all. How can he access the files which are in my machine, which is not at all accessible? Because when he says simply E drive, it expects his machine. Then what is the way you have to share the resources? Okay. One option is if I directly share the URL, obviously my manager couldn't able to access it. Okay, super fine. The second option is you have to give the share permissions to the user, saying that right mouse click on the folder. You say that, okay, please provide the share access to my manager so that he could able to hit the URL and he could able to get the data. But here the problem is, whenever you are sharing, you need to share the individual files. This file, this file, this file. Right now, we are working on a single HTML file. But you know, once you go into the complete project building, you will be having more than hundreds and thousands of files under the single project. Do you think it is easy for us to share all the files? No. Now, if you see here, say for example, in your Git, there is a project called as online shopping application. 7M batch guys we have created this. Now, if you open this guy, see, there is a HTML, there are n number of JavaScript files, and there are n number of CSS files. So lot of files will be, there are like n number of templates you have. There are some library files you have. It is not so easy for us to share each and every file with my manager. Then what is the solution, boss? Can I create a simple space in my machine? In my machine, I will create a simple space. Assume I make it as a green block. Just I'm creating a simple green block. I want to create a space in my system so that anyone who is connected to my machine, he could able to access the data within that particular box. Repeating again, I want to create a very special space inside my system so that any resource what I put inside the particular special space, anyone connected. Now there is a guy, somewhere here. He cannot access the green box content because he's not connected physically or Wi-Fi or virtually, whatever it is. He's not connected to me. So I want to create a very special space in my system so that anyone who is connected physically or virtually or wireless, they could able to access the content of that. So how do I create a special box like that? That is where we are going to use something called as a server. We need a server setup in your local machine. What the server will do is, there is something called as a static folder under which any resource you put it. Now, when I say resource, it could be any file. It could be a JavaScript file. It could be an image. It could be a HTML, or it could be a CSS, any file, document, PPT, Java file, C file, any code. So those resources, if you give it to the server will create a special space inside it so that anyone can connect to that server. They can actually access the resource. In fact, when you go to your Amazon, when you go to your Google, that is what it is happening, boss. When you go to the Amazon.com, we call it as a web page, but internally it is an Amazon server. The resources, when you say that Amazon.com, you could able to see the HTML files and CSS files and JavaScript files. Where actually they are coming from? They are actually coming from the server. The server is also one of the system, but it doesn't mean that all the files inside the system could be able to access. No. Now, when I say this is my system, complete system, do you think that, let us say I make it as an orange box? Okay, so orange box is my system. Do you think anything what I keep inside my orange box easily is accessible for the user? No. Only the special data, I call it as a green box, which are being deployed into the server. Only those resources will be accessible to the outside. That is the reason when we are connecting to the Amazon.com, it is one of the Amazon server. This is also a server in the sense it's a system which is having some files, etc., data and all. Do you think any data you can access? No. Only the Amazon.com HTML files or CSS files or the images, only those things you could able to access it. Why the reason? Because within the complete machine, only particular resources, they are actually kept into that special space, which we call it as a server hosting purpose. So anytime you go to the server, two reasons we actually go with the server. One is for hitting the web services and getting the data. And the second is for hosting purpose. When someone is saying that hosting, boss, are you doing the web page hosting? What do you mean by hosting? Taking your piece of code, putting into some central location, which can be accessible for everyone. Okay. Now, how do I create this green box? Now I want to create a simple node server in my local machine so that I try to upload my resources or I try to host my resources into the server so that anyone who is connected to my machine, he could able to access my resources simply. So let us see what are the steps need to be followed in order to create a simple node server. So guys, everyone put some extra attention here to see the list of steps, what actually I'm following. The same step, if you follow, you should be able to create a server, which is already part of the notes. In the notes, I have already made the list of all the steps. In the page number 27, you should be able to see downloading and setting up a node server. Okay, so let me do it. In order to set up this node server, first of all, I need to have the Node.js been installed in my machine. Can you tell me how do I check whether the Node.js is installed in my machine or not?
Node
Where I need to run the command?
prompt.
Into the command prompt. Go to the command prompt. Okay. Give the command something called as node -version. Now, if you click on enter, it should say that one version number it has. It is not mandatory that it should be only 14.7.17.3. It could be any version. Just Node.js latest is always good. Latest is 14.18 or 16. Is there, which is a beta version. Anyway, whatever the node has been installed, it is installed. Super fine. Now what I do is I will be installing some module called as Express module. Okay, guys, again, I'm telling blindly you follow the steps for now, because if you ask me a question, boss, what do you mean by this Express here? The Express reason is it is a node framework. So I need to talk a lot regarding the Express, which we discuss when we actually come to the Node.js. For now, blindly we are creating a server, as simple as it is. Okay. So to install the Express node module, I'm running one of the command within the Node.js, within the command prompt itself. I say npm install install space -g. G indicates global. Module name is Express. Okay. I'm putting a command called as, let me copy this command and let me ping you in the chat also so that you can have a copy of it. Okay. I'm just pasting it. Okay. Now, when I say npm install -g, in order to do this step, you need to have an internet access. Through internet, it is going to get the data. Now I'm simply clicking on enter. Okay, let us click on enter this. So it will try to install the module called as Express in a global path. Okay, now the installation is done. The next installation, what I need to do is npm space. The next step, what actually we need to do is npm space install -g express -generator. It is again the same module name. There is no space between express -generator. There is a space between npm space install space -g space express generator, but there is no space between express and generator, guys. Okay, let me ping you this command also. Okay, this is how I have done. Any questions until this step? Now, when I'm clicking on enter, now if you see, it will also get installed. So let me know any questions up to only this step. Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Everyone is success. Everyone is clear, right? Next, the next thing what you need to do is we need to create a Node Express server. In order to create a Node Express server, go to one of the folder. Okay, go to any folder where actually you want to create. Right now, I'm under C drive users admin. You don't need to be here. Okay, you can simply say CD/. I can go for something called as F drive. Oh, F is not there. I go for D drive. Oh, is it? What drives I have? I have
C and D.
E drive and E drive, I guess. So if I want to go for E drive, I simply click on E. Okay. If you are not clear with the BIOS commands, okay, MS-DOS commands, the easiest way is close the account, go to the folder where actually you want to go for. I will go with the Git here. Under UI classes, I want to create my own server. You guys, please don't create anything under the UI classes. You select a different location. But for me, I'm just selecting the UI classes folder. You can create anywhere within the system. Okay. Now I simply click on here. I use the command called as CMD. Click on enter. If I click on the CMD on the top here, see, I'm clicking on the taskbar. I'm simply saying that CMD. It will automatically open the command prompt, which is already under the Git folder, E drive, UI classes. So is it not easy for me? Earlier, I have to manually write the DOS commands to go to the switching the drives here. But here, you don't need to do that. You simply say simply open that folder. On the top, you say CMD. It will automatically open the command prompt for you. Okay. Now, under this command prompt, you need to give the command something called as express is a predefined command. Okay. Express is a predefined command following with what is the server name you want to create. Okay. Express is a command of space. Along with that, what is the command you want? What is the server name you want to go for? I want to give my server name as something called as web application. Okay. You can say online shopping application or e-commerce application, banking application. You can go for any of the name, whatever you want, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, but make a habit of giving a relevant name. It is not like whatever the name you want to give. Make a habit of giving a relevant name. One mandatory thing is don't give the spaces, and make a habit of whenever you're giving the server name, it is recommended to have a caps with the server name. Okay, W should be caps because it is starting. W is a starting word. It has to be a capital letter. Just click on enter. Now, once you click on enter, you see some folders being created. Go back to your folder. Do you see automatically a folder called as web application got created? Yes. If you open that folder, is it not having some minimum folder structure like bin folder, public folder, route folder, views, app, etc. and all? These are the minimum folders, or this is the minimum folder structure for creating a web application. Anytime you want to create a web application within the Node.js, this is the minimum folder structure. So Express is one of the package which was helping us in order to create, Express generator was one of the Node module which was helping us in creating the complete folder structure for us. Okay. Anyway, as I said, we talk about all these folders later, but for now it got created. The next step is go inside that folder. Where is that? I say CD inside that folder, web application. Now you see, I'm into E drive, Git, UI classes, web application folder. Now you run a command, something called as npm install. Okay. So what do you mean by npm install? It is used to install the dependency node modules. You see, it will automatically create a folder called as node_modules. Okay. If you open that, these all are the node modules. So this is what we are going to learn sooner once we actually come to the Node.js and server, right? This is what I'm going to discuss about what is node module, etc. That we do later. Okay. So 2 steps we have done. First step is Express server name we have created. Later, we have gone inside the particular folder and we ran the command, something called as npm install. It is installing the dependency node modules. Super fine. What is the next step? The next step, what we have is you need to go for editing the existing app.js file. If you see under the server folder, whatever we have created, bin folder, node modules, public, etc., are there. Along with that, there is something called as app.js file. Don't double click that file. Okay, it is app, which is a JavaScript file. Don't double click on it. If you double click, it might throw an error. Drag the file and drop onto your Sublime text editor. Okay, drag the app.js file and drop onto the Sublime text editor. This is how the code is there. It is all JavaScript code under the Node.js. We'll see that later anyway. So now you come to the line number 24. Okay, at line number 24, you add some piece of command, something called app.listen. Okay, which is taking two parameters. You need to say the port number. The port number is mandatory to make the server to listen. And you say a arrow function console.log server is listening at 8081. As simple as it is. These are the steps need to be copied at line number 24. I'm even pinging you this guy. Yeah, these are the steps. App.listen. Make sure you copy the instruction because as you don't have an idea of JavaScript, you might create some tactical. You might create some mistakenly some syntactical errors might come. So make sure you copy as it is. Okay. Next, after this, now you come back to the command prompt. You're already into the E drive Git UI classes web application. Now you run a command, something called as npm space start, npm start. Now, if you click on enter, you will be getting a message saying that, boss, your server is ready and it is listening at so-and-so port number, which is 8081. That's it. These are the simple steps to create a server. Now, how do you access this guy? Go to the browser. Whenever you are accessing the current system server is always local host. Current system server is always local host, colon, what is the port number we have given? 8081. If you click on this guy, you should able to see a welcome message on the browser. You see, there is a welcome message on the browser. Yes.
Just show the last step once again, sir.
Sure, ma'am. 1 second. So this is the path. Oh, 1 second. Let me copy this guy. And this is the path how you're going to access the server. The last step is simply go into the server. Now exit. If at all you want to get out of the server, press Ctrl+C multiple times. Say, for example, my command prompt is not there. Now, if you see, when the server is down, it doesn't work. It will keep on loading and it will say page not found. Now, how do you start the server? Go to the folder where you have created your server. It is in my E drive, Git so-and-so folder. Click on CMD. It was easily going to, it is a shortcut to open the command prompt with the current specific folder. Now the command what you need to give is npm space start. Click on enter. It will automatically make the server is listening at so-and-so port number. And after these guy, click on localhost colon 8081. I want to run the server which is running in my local and which is running at the port number 8080. Now if you click on enter, this is how. So any questions on this? Anyone?
No, sir.
Is everyone so clear with these simple steps? Okay,
Yes,
again, I'm telling guys, please don't put any confusion that, boss, what is this app.js file, etc. We are going to discuss about this. But if you see, to just start a server, you don't need to have an idea of Node.js. You simply follow these steps and create the server setup. Now, after this, how do you actually run the resources from the server? I'm going to teach you. But first of all, everyone should able to see your server getting ready in this local host so-and-so. You should able to see this server listening at so-and-so, and you should able, when you hit the URL, you should able to do that. So can everyone try that steps? In fact, the steps are already part of the notes also. Just try that. Yeah, go ahead, Ken. What is the question?
So do we have the app.listen in the notes, sir?
Yeah.
I don't have system.
Yeah, we have it, right? If you see in the notes, I have already added this app.listen so and so.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you. Thank
Every other step, whatever the steps I discussed, right, everything is already there. What I practically shown you. Okay. So guys, I just need to jump to the meeting. So is that fine, guys? We can pause for 30 minutes and we'll be discussing again. Is that okay?
you. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
So
Okay,
guys,
okay,
do
sir.
one thing. I'm making you
Okay.
guys mute all because to not to disturb. But in between, you can try the server and please join back by 8:30 now, right? By 9 o'clock, I will be there. And once again, sorry for this interruption, but no option I have. Okay. Yeah, but we stay, guys. I mean, don't get disconnected. You try the Node.js server setup, and once I'm back, if you have any issues, I can fix those issues also. Okay. So be here.
Recording in progress.